a sexual assault claim. And I think that it's just one other damaging thing to add to their now war chest of things that have been a problem for them. And, you know, they loved using Tyler Perry's resources. They loved using his house. They loved using his plane for the freedom flight that they speak about. I'm sure that victim didn't have much freedom in his situation. We'll find out. Obviously, it's all accusations at the moment. But I just think that it shows the type of people that Meghan likes to surround herself with. And I think it is damaging to their brand yet again, because he was meant to be their closest friend. And as you said, someone who, you know, stood up for them while they were leaving the royal family and on this whole champion trip abroad. So I just think that it's really, really not a good look for them. And let's see what will come out of this.
I think if accusations of this kind in court, this kind of legal writ had been made against Prince George's godfather or Prince William's godfather,
can you imagine?
It would be a huge story. I think. Do you know what I mean? It would bring a lot of attention.
Well, I do, but I mean, in the days when the Evening Standard used to have a placard outside, it would always say something like Queen's cousin in grave trouble. I mean, you bought it and then you never heard of the cousin, had you? They like to make an association with the person. You know, that's how they do the link, isn't it?
Well, that's totally right. I mean, I'm not specifically associating all the, you know, the lawsuits and the accusations, you know, anything disparaging about Lilibet, but it needs to be drawn attention. This is somebody who's very close to the Sussexes. Harry and Meghan went to his 55th birthday in September, which kind of doubled up as Harry's birthday last September after Harry's 40th. They live close at Montecito. And they're very close to the Sussexes, so we'll have to see how it pans out.
Watch how quickly they drop him, seriously. I mean, just watch how quickly they go, oh, sorry, toxic brand, going to step away from you, even though they're the ones who are really toxic. So I just think it's going to be another person who's just thrown to the side.
When scandal strikes Hollywood, the tabloids go wild. But when that scandal echoes through the walls of Montecito, they froth. Tyler Perry, media mogul, philanthropist, and yes, godfather to Princess Lilibet, now finds himself at the centre of a serious legal storm. But before the clickbait headlines twist this into Meghan drops Tyler, let's pause and ask, who really benefits when black unity, loyalty and legacy are undermined by suggestion? Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, my darlings. Buckle in. It's time to separate truth from theatre. The headlines are ablaze once again, and Meghan Markle is at the centre. This time not for her own actions, but for her friendship with Tyler Perry. The media demands she denounce him as allegations swirl around Perry, her friend and her child's godfather. Royal commentators insist she must sever ties, as if loyalty is a performance for public approval. Every relationship Meghan has is scrutinised, her loyalty tested on a global stage. The pressure is immense: betray a friend or face relentless criticism. The narrative is black and white. Association equals endorsement, silence equals guilt. But life is rarely so simple. The world expects her to conform, to play a role written by her critics. Yet her silence is not weakness, it's a statement. This is about more than public relations, it's a test of character. Will she yield to the media's demands or stand by her convictions? The world is watching, waiting for her next move. This is about friendship under fire and the power of quiet resistance. For Meghan, every decision is another chapter in a life lived under relentless scrutiny. Her response, whatever it may be, is a powerful act of self-definition. Tyler Perry, Hollywood mogul and Meghan's close friend, faces serious allegations and a formal investigation. He denies all claims and pledges full cooperation with authorities. The legal process is underway, and justice demands patience, not public condemnation. In our system, innocence is presumed until guilt is proven. Yet the court of public opinion is swift and unforgiving. For Meghan, any action or inaction is judged by millions. The demand is clear: distance herself or be seen as complicit. But supporting a friend through crisis isn't the same as condoning alleged behaviour. It's possible to care for someone while respecting the gravity of the situation. Meghan's position is nuanced, but nuance is often lost in the rush to judgment. The real test is whether we allow due process or let headlines dictate our morals. Tyler Perry's friendship with Harry and Meghan was forged in crisis. When the Sussexes left royal life, Perry offered them sanctuary, his home, his protection, and his wisdom. He understood the pressures they faced, especially as prominent black figures. Meghan has called him a dear friend and made him godfather to her daughter, a testament to deep trust. Their bond is rooted in shared experience and mutual support. To expect Meghan to abandon Perry now ignores the history between them. Loyalty is easy to praise, but hard to practice under fire. For Meghan, this is about honouring a friend who stood by her when few others did. Her response is shaped by gratitude and loyalty, not public pressure. Compare Meghan's situation to that of Prince Andrew, whose ties to Jeffrey Epstein led to scandal. Despite serious allegations, Andrew was shielded by the royal family, never publicly denounced, never truly cast out. Meghan, a private citizen, faces immediate demands to cut off a friend. The double standard is glaring. The royal family closed ranks, but Meghan is expected to perform public condemnation. Why is she held to a stricter standard than a senior prince? The answer lies in bias, about race, power, and who is allowed privacy. Meghan's friendships are scrutinized in ways others are not. This isn't just about morality, it's about control. The pressure on Meghan to abandon Perry is part of a larger pattern. Black allies who support her are often targeted, their motives questioned. Media narratives frame these friendships as suspicious, undermining black solidarity and success. The goal is to isolate Meghan, making her more vulnerable and marketable as a target. This isn't about justice, it's about selling controversy. The real beneficiaries are those who profit from division and scandal. We must ask, who gains when powerful black figures are pitted against each other? The answer reveals a society uncomfortable with independent women of colour forging their own networks. There's a false belief that supporting a friend under scrutiny means condoning their alleged actions. True friendship is about standing by someone while respecting the seriousness of the situation. Compassion means holding space for complexity, hoping for justice, but not abandoning those we care about. Meghan's refusal to publicly condemn Perry isn't moral failure, it's quiet strength. She's choosing not to be a pawn in a media spectacle. By staying silent, she honours both the legal process and her personal loyalty. This is a mature, nuanced stance, one that challenges us to rethink what loyalty really means. Do we desert friends at the first sign of trouble, or support them while truth unfolds? Meghan, having faced public judgment herself, chooses compassion over condemnation. Her choice speaks volumes about her character. Meghan Markle's response to this crisis is a study in quiet strength. She champions compassion, loyalty, and discernment even when under fire. She hasn't issued statements or played to the tabloids. She's chosen dignity over drama. By refusing to denounce Perry, she controls her own narrative. True strength isn't loud, it's the resolve to stand by your principles. Meghan's approach requires discipline and integrity, resisting the easy path of public appeasement. She demonstrates that friendships aren't disposable and integrity isn't for sale. Her example challenges us. Would we stand by a friend or rush to judgment? Meghan's quiet response is more than personal. It's a lesson in grace under pressure. So, my darlings, before we sip the media's poisoned tea, ask yourself, who gains from Meghan abandoning Tyler? Not justice, not victims, and certainly not the truth. In a world that seeks to pit black allies against one another, standing firm, even quietly, is revolutionary. And make no mistake, Meghan Markle is not just a duchess. She is a woman of substance. And her silence may just be her strongest statement yet. Until next time, my loves.